Mark, we're hearing a lot about skills and skills-based organizations as one of the premier trends in talent today. Do you think the extended workforce is a good place for organizations to build and strengthen their skills-based capabilities?
I think it's the perfect place to start. So if you look at the extended workforce, the contingent workforce, right? There's a ton of names for the non-employee workforce. But historically, when I got into the space in 2004, those individuals were really using a temporary position, a non-employee position, a non-full-time position as a means to get into the organization. We've seen a complete 180 from that, in the last 6-7 years, where the extended workforce are really individuals that are focused on skills. So they're looking at developing emerging skills, working with organizations that are using these emerging skills, deepening their level of knowledge around these emerging skills. So when you look at what population is probably best suited for an organization to start a skills-based hiring initiative, that extended workforce are already individuals that have a keen focus on driving and developing their skill repertoire.
And then would you say the extended workforce or contingent workforce program managers are already kind of familiar with the skills as the lexicon of talent, or even kind of faster cycle hiring?
They are, and I think there's another nuance to that too, is that typically in the extended workforce community, most organizations either have an outsourced MSP assisting them with this process, or a dedicated vendor management office, internal folks that are also very focused on helping with that process. So, this is an awesome place for organizations to start. When you look at things like being able to directly derive a rate card methodology tied to a skill proficiency level, as opposed to the historical means where it's always been, predicated on years of experience. And I think you and I would both agree that years of experience doesn't always translate to a deeper proficiency knowledge in a given skill. If that was the case, then I'd be a scratch golfer, right? And so, years of experience, I understand why historic rate cards have always been predicated around years of experience, but with the new technologies that are able to ascertain a proficiency level in a given skill, I think that the timing is really ripe to start looking at maturing a rate card strategy that's more in line with a skills-based hiring initiative than the traditional means of just saying you have 10 years of experience. That means, by all accounts, you're a senior level person within that skill set, because that's always not the case.